Good morning vlog. It is an exciting day today. I am pumped. It is a day I have been waiting for a while, but a day that will not make a great vlog. I'm gonna go swimming today in the ocean. My wound is almost healed and I think it's time I can swim. So I'm gonna do that today. I'll start off the day. I'm gonna go back to Chatterbox, the place where I had the slightly disappointing eggs Benny yesterday, but they had other menu items that looked good. So I will give it one more chance since it is super close by. We are back at Chatterbox. I'll let you know if this breakfast is any good. Okay, that is not gonna be my go-to breakfast spot. The poutine was okay, but again, the fried egg, the yolk was like completely solid. And then in the menu, I got the breakfast poutine. So in the menu, there was pictures of cheese curds, and I didn't really think about it. I'm like, oh, I guess of course a Canadian imports cheese curds to his restaurant. But then of course when it came out, they didn't actually use cheese curds. I don't know, it looked like it was maybe like paneer cut up into squares or something. So it wasn't really what I was expecting. The gravy was really good though, but just the eggs are constantly overcooked there. So I need to find a new breakfast spot while I'm here. So yeah, now we are walking to the beach for our first swim. Okay, I cannot walk and cross the street at the same time here because it's very different than Canada. Like cars won't stop or slow down for you. You have to walk, and then it's like if you're in the middle of the crosswalk and someone's coming, of course they're not going to hit you, but they won't like stop for you to start walking. But anyway, we are headed to the beach and we're going to have our very first swim since being in Thailand. So yeah, beach day obviously isn't that exciting of a vlog, but I'm excited to go in the water. Okay, swimming was better than I could have imagined. It was so fun. The water is so nice. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to swimming in waves or because it's salt water, but I was more buoyant than ever. So I was just like so effortlessly just floating around in there. So that was lovely. I am wearing my towel, not because it's cold, but because I'm scared to get a sunburn on my back and shoulders. Honestly, that's probably the one good thing about having not been able to swim, is that I didn't get any sunburns. Oh, and then also something absolutely disgusting and terrifying that haunts me to even think about happened in the water. So one of my scabs just like floated off. It is not on me anymore. It was in before I went in the water, I guess. Yeah, I'm just so grossed out to think about it lost at sea and like someone like running into my scab while they're swimming, or a fish eating my scab. Like that, it creeps me out. Okay, we got our little afternoon pick-me-up, the fruit shake. This time I got coconut. Delicious. I honestly have no idea how people carry on with their day after going to the beach. Like, I feel disgusting. So I started walking back to my hotel because I need to shower and change. Yeah, I don't know. The salt water, the ocean water, I just can't live with that on my body all day. So I'm gonna go do that. Luckily I don't have like a schedule today, so this isn't like, it's kind of a waste of time, but whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay, we are showered and changed, had a little relax, and then now we are gonna go to Krabi Town. We're gonna book a vehicle to drive us to Krabi Town area. There's like a night market, a pier to walk on. I'm sure there's a lot of other things to walk around and see as well, so that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. So we made it. Here is the mud crabs of Krabi Town, a signature tourist sculpture. And then there's a lovely pier area you can walk across, or walk around I should say. And then directly across the street is the night market. And then when I was also coming in, I saw a separate market that was like maybe 2 blocks down. So I'll check that one out as well. And then this is actually the portion of the pier you can walk. The other direction I was showing you doesn't have the boardwalk walkway. But yeah, beautiful. It does look like it might rain, so hopefully it doesn't, because I didn't bring anything to wear if it does. But yeah, absolutely stunning place to enjoy the sunset. Okay, I came here to the toilets, but they are locked, and I really need to pee, so I unfortunately need to dip in and find a restaurant to go to. Okay, I stopped into a weed cafe and got some gummies. She gave me a free water and a remote control to put something on like the projector screen. She said I can just sit and eat the gummies in here. Unfortunately, there's no toilet, so that's upsetting. That sets us back a bit. Thank goodness I found this super cute cafe. I got a Thai iced tea for 50 baht, which is about $2. So far I've noticed that everything is a lot cheaper here. The gummies were 150 baht, whereas before in town they were 200 or 300 baht near Ao Nang. And then even just walking around, the massages are cheaper. Obviously the tea was cheaper. But yeah, I'm glad I found this because it was starting to get to the point where all I could think about was how much I had to pee. So thank God they had a washroom here. Although the cafe is super cute and aesthetic, I'm gonna take my drink to go and then go walk around the market. Dessert course. It is a caramel cake. I think it's called a binsu, but anyway, it is a shaved ice with like caramel, some cake pieces, and whipping cream. And this one was 60 baht, or I believe that's like it's under $3, maybe like 280 or something like that, 270. Okay, so I just left the market. I think I'm gonna go get a foot massage because they are a lot cheaper here, and I did want to get a second one just to see if I like it. And it's only 8:30, so I have time to do that before heading back. And then, so I did crunch the numbers at the market. So for all 3 food items I ate, it was 135 baht, which is about $5.80 Canadian. Like Richmond night market could never. That would probably be like 30 bucks there, plus you'd have to pay to get in. Every market I've been to here in Thailand has been a free market. They never charge an entrance fee, I don't think. So we are back at the room, and honestly guys, I'm really loving Krabi so far. It's my personal favorite city that I've been at since I've gone into Thailand. So I did ask the front desk if I could extend my stay, and then I'm gonna stay 2 extra nights. So I'm gonna leave on Friday instead of on Wednesday. And then as for the night market, like I said, it was really small. It's mostly food. I would still recommend going for dinner. There's a lot of food options. There was a lot of stuff, like seafood stuff, that I would have liked to try, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to get food poisoning.
Turns out I do in fact get food poisoning about 32 hours after this clip, and I spend the extended stay being sick and vomiting.
So you guys can take this as a little reminder for you guys to stay hydrated. And I will drink that water before bed, and then I will see you guys in the next vlog. Peace. Guys, it happened. The cat is on my terrace, on my little table, and there's this little cutie at my suite as well. What is this little guy doing here? Okay, sorry, I didn't really vlog my morning other than that little cat update when I left, but right now I'm getting lunch. I am having an iced coffee today. And then, as usual, I have to have my shrimp pad thai. This one has tofu in it as well, so it looks like a lot of protein. But I did order an appetizer today as well, actually, so I'll show you that. And then I also got vegetable dumplings as well. And the pad thai is really good here. I'm so glad I finally found a restaurant with good food that's nearby. Okay, I really didn't need the dumplings. I was really full after the pad thai. I ate 2 of them just to say I did, and then I think I'll just bring the rest back for a snack later. Oh my god, guys, I came back to drop off my dumplings in the fridge, and there are 2 cats on my property now. So yeah, before I leave, I'm gonna need to bring a treat out and feed them so they keep coming back. Okay, a lot has changed since we entered the room. It is raining now. I was maybe in the room for like 30 minutes, putting away the food and then charging my phone a little, reapplying sunscreen, yada yada. But the cats are still outside. So I did bring them a treat, and I'll finish my iced coffee and feed them. Let him wake up to the smell of a treat. Oh my god, so excited. Okay, let's feed the friend. Okay, so we made it to Tiger Cave Temple. It's about 1,200 steps to the top of the summit. Apparently it's 374 meters high, and it is the equivalent of 77 flights of stairs. I will drink some water before going up the ascent, and then I'll let you guys know how it is. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think those are the numbers of steps. So that's 262. And then there's obviously a long way up. And we're already quite high. Okay, I'm out of breath, but we can take a little break and watch the monkeys for a bit. Okay, so I made it to the top, and this is just like the very first area. There's like a little bench right here, so I'm gonna sit here for probably 5 minutes to recover from that. Okay, somehow we made it. I have never sweat so much in my life. It was 1,260 stairs. I probably took a break every quarter of the way up, to be honest. So yeah, I can hear thunder in the distance, and it is starting to rain a little. I will say I'm glad I did it. It was not easy. Honestly, for the last 100 steps is where I lost my momentum. So I was taking like a very small break every flight. So every like 20 to 25 steps at the very end I had to like stop, because I guess my threshold for stairs is 1100. 1260 is a bit too much for me, but we made it. Okay, we sufficiently rested. Now it's time for the descent. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna put in my headphones, listen to music, and just power walk the way down. I'll time how long it takes to do the descent though. Okay, I wasn't gonna vlog the descent, but we're a little more than halfway down. And the one thing I'm surprised about is I thought the descent would be like super easy. It is like obviously super easy in comparison to going up the stairs. But I'm still like getting a little fatigued, so I'm taking one tiny break at the halfway mark before trekking back down. Okay, so we made it back down. It is raining and was raining during the descent, which was kind of nice. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised the descent was like actually a little difficult. I thought it would be like super easy, like just power walk, go down in 20 minutes. But it took me about 35 minutes, and I did take a little break halfway through. I sat on a bench, and then some monks walked by me and told me I was strong, which is what I needed to carry on. It really helped, to be honest. But yeah, I guess it was like difficult because I was like fatigued from going all the way up. So then going down, I guess like I'm a little fatigued. But yeah, definitely gonna have a good rest tonight. Hopefully I'm not too sore tomorrow. So we made it back to the room, we stretched, we couch potatoed, we showered and changed. So I am gonna go out and get supper shortly. Definitely worked up an appetite today. But I do just wanna also recap for you the experience at Tiger Cave Temple. So I don't think I ever mentioned, it's 50 baht entry fee for that temple, so about $2 Canadian. Definitely would recommend doing that if you're in Krabi. Yeah, the view was amazing. It was so beautiful up there. And then, like I said earlier, it's like a rewarding experience because like it's not easy to get up there. So then when you do get up there, I think you like appreciate the view more because you like kind of worked for it. So yeah, it is a rewarding experience. It's very nice. I'm curious what it would be like not in the off season, because there were like I did see a couple people here and there on the trail, but it wasn't overcrowded at all. And then if you like stepped aside on the stairs to take a rest, like people could easily pass you because there wasn't very many people. Like for example, when I got to the top, there was maybe 10 other people up there at that time. And then similarly, like on the stairs, I ran into not very many people going down. I didn't really keep track, but yeah, no, it didn't seem like often that you'd have to like move aside to let someone pass or anything. And then the other thing, so those stairs, some of them are so high. Like some of the stairs were like 1.5 feet high. So it was not easy to climb up during some parts. But yeah, I definitely do recommend just be like mentally prepared for it. Wear good shoes, bring your water. It's quite shaded. Today was overcast, but it is quite shaded in the forest area, so you won't get too much sun, which is nice. And then at the top, it was super breezy and nice. The thing I will say as well is the temple itself isn't maintained as well as like other temples I've been to. So I would say just like if you are in Thailand, just make sure this isn't the only temple you visit, because you're kind of just going there for like the hike and the view. The temple itself isn't that isn't that well maintained, isn't that exciting, to be honest. So yeah, definitely like experience at one of the more intricate temples as well. Like if you're in Bangkok, the Grand Palace, Wat Aron, Wat Pho are all good. Haven't been to temples anywhere else in Thailand, but I'm sure there's good temples in Chiang Mai as well. Oh, and then one other thing I did forget to mention, with the like amount of signs there were around warning you about monkeys, about feeding monkeys, monkeys stealing your purses. Before I went on this hike, I was reading the Google reviews and I saw quite a number of reviews by people saying they were like attacked by monkeys or they went there and then the monkeys prevented them from continuing the climb, so they left. Yeah, so with all that in mind, there was like that one small area with monkeys that I like showed you where I think it was like around like 280 steps. There were monkeys chilling in that one area, and that was it. And then even when I came down, I don't know where the monkeys went. They were like, I didn't see any on the trail at all on my way down. So yeah, not a lot of monkeys. Maybe it was like the time of day because I went kind of late afternoon. I think I started at like 2 p.m. So maybe if you go in the morning, maybe they're more active in the morning or something. I don't know. But yeah, there was not a lot of monkeys. And the reviews mentioned monkeys a lot on Google. And there was lots of monkey pictures. So I don't know about that, to be honest. But
So editing Caitlin here. I just want to pop on and say sorry it's taken so long for me to edit and upload footage from this trip. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.